Today, I'm here to present the best Firefly build. In fact, the only Firefly build with paper. It's time to make the world's most beloved Honkai Star Rail character. Let's go.
All this origami, all this origami, all this origami got me going kamikaze now.
Firefly is a member of the Stellar Hunters and fights using a mech armor called SAM. And that's actually what we're going to be making today. So I'm really excited to show you how I make this Slayer of the Swarm, and only within 7 days. Because it's already June 11th and I definitely didn't procrastinate. Let's jump to it. And now to the designing. So this design vlog is actually going to be focused more on the folding and shaping of Firefly/SAM. This is because those aspects are more important in actually building the character. And it's going to be a lot easier to understand. Designing will compensate for that too.
Bro, it's
So the extrapolated stick figure can kind of look like this. And if I unfold it a little bit, you can kind of see how this works.
No, I do not see how this.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. But I'm still going to show a little bit on how I created the crease pattern. Let's check it out. So from the start, I actually took a much different approach than before. Instead of just worrying about the tree and the crease pattern, I started doing test folds of the torso and the head, because I think these are the most recognizable parts about SAM. And then from there, I created the crease pattern. So now I can show the crease pattern, and what we have here is basically a map of where the structures are on the paper. So the head and the torso that I just showed are actually in these spots. And from here, I could actually just block in areas for the legs, for the arms over here, and that gives us room for more details. So the stuff in the middle and the things that are on top will be folds that we can use during shaping. And over here, we have our stick figure representation, and it's what I used to create this. It's also the thing that confused Mr. Pokey quite a bit. Also, right over here, I am letting myself know that we're using a 36 by 36 grid. And lastly, this is the completed crease pattern. So these are the actual folds that make up SAM, and the blue and the red just represent folding one way or the other. Now, you might be wondering, boys, how do I know what folds are here just from something like this? And that's kind of just due to my experience, but to know for sure, let's start folding. Now, to fold, we need paper. So what are we going to use today? I'm actually going to use recycled paper. I know, recycled, right? Well, I actually made this video that got a lot of attention showing how I can reuse a paper that was for a previous project that didn't work out. Go check that out. A lot of people liked it and were wondering what I was going to make. What better thing to make than SAM? So let's check it out. This is a mulberry paper by Legion Papers, and it goes anywhere from $6 to $8. So yeah, it's a good thing we're reusing it. This paper has quickly become one of my favorites to fold, and you can get a large square that's around 70 by 70 centimeters. What makes it good is that it holds a crease really well, and it's got great paper memory. This is going to help us a ton during shaping. And now to the fun part, folding. So we can basically just transfer the crease pattern onto our piece of paper and start going from here. Once all the creases are there, we do something called collapsing, and I'll just show you. It'll make sense. Oh yeah, midway through folding, I realized I totally forgot to add the color change paper to the other side. Sam's helmet is designed to be gold on the other side. Well, I guess the solution is to just attach this gold foil to the part that was supposed to color change. And to my origami folders out there, yes, this is a natural color change. Deconstructed, I guess. Alright, back to fold, We're ready to shape, but there's actually two phases of shaping that I'm going to do. The first I call dry shaping, and these are more singular folds on top of the structure that we have already. And for the most part, it's going to comprise of three different kinds of folds. We have a sink fold, a squash fold, and a swivel fold. So whatever you see next is probably going to be one of those three or a combination of the three. And with this, we can do a ton. So to start, I'm just working on one side to test stuff, and we have the shoulder and a knee. Now that I know those things work, we can just do it on the other side. The next big thing to dry shape is the torso. And remember how we did a test fold from before? So I'm basically copying what I did there and applying it to the final fold. And what you're looking at here is a combination of squash folds and sink folds to make these pleats. Now, the torso might look detailed, but the hardest part to fold is actually the knee because it combines all three folds in various sequences. And with that done, we just have some small details left, like thinning out the fingers. Now we're entering the second part of shaping, and it's called wet shaping, but a lot still happens while it's dry. For example, you can check out the difference in the pose of the fingers between one side and the other. Both are still dry. So when does the wet part come in? Well, the wet part is using something called methyl cellulose, which you can mix with water, and basically it is crafting the paper's memory to hold the shape we want it to be in. This allows me to sculpt the paper while it's wet and hold it in place when it's dry. And this is super useful. We use this same stuff to reset our entire paper at the beginning, which means that any small mistakes while shaping, I can just redo and refold again. And just for visualization on how effective wet shaping is, we can compare one side shaped versus one side unshaped. This part of making Firefly took me the longest, but it's also the most satisfying. Now, you gotta see half of it, but I don't want to ruin the surprise, so I'm gonna get working and you all get ready to see the finished Firefly.
I dreamed of a scorched earth. A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me, like fireflies to a flame, life begets death. May we meet again in reality.
Fireflies dancing among the stars.
And we made it. The Firefly banner literally just came out. So thank you all for watching. Now, the goal of this video was kind of to blend two communities together, the Honkai Star Rail /gamers with the Origami folders. And oftentimes you're the same person. So if there's someone that comes to your mind, like a content creator or streamer, that you think I could make their favorite character, let me know down in the comments below, and we'll see if we can make that happen. All right, thank you everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.
All this origami, all this origami, all this origami got me going kamikaze now.